Well, Chef Paul Lillakas is cooking for kids this morning, and he joins us this morning with a 2-in-1 recipe that adults can modify as well. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Annette. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well. So we're going to use the same ingredients for both, but different uses.
That's right. So once upon a time, I was the head cook at a children's summer camp. Best job I ever had, by the way. So I'm very used to cooking for kids and the adult palate alone. You want nutritious recipes that kids will like, but that you can sort of zhuzh up for grown-ups. So this was one of my most popular recipes from the camp kitchen, my creamy, dreamy penne with toasted garlic breadcrumbs. And it all starts with a bechamel sauce. So I've already got that going. I've cooked off a roux, equal parts butter and flour, and I've started whisking in hot, local Ontario milk. This is full of calcium, protein, zinc, vitamin D, and it's gotta be hot because that's the secret to a creamy bechamel sauce. And now I'm gonna add in some cheddar. By the way, when I'm looking for local Ontario milk, supporting our farmers, I'm looking for that blue cow logo. And I'm whisking in about 4 cups of aged white cheddar. And this becomes so creamy. You know, it's always bothered me when people make those sort of casserole style mac and cheeses. You put so much effort into making this creamy sauce. Look at this sauce. And then you scrape it into this dish, put it in the oven, and then the noodles kind of suck up all the moisture. It becomes a little bit dry. So what we're doing is we're treating all these ingredients separately. I'm also adding some cooked vegetable penne. So I'm using a cauliflower penne. You can use a vegetable penne, just something that is fortified with a little extra nutrients for the kids, but they won't even notice.
Sneak in those vegetables there. And I wanted to ask you before you go on, when you put the cheddar in, was it, did you shred it ahead of time?
Yes, I shredded it. The finer the better. And I just mixed it in a little bit at a time. So I don't dump the whole thing. And I add it in handful at a time. And now just mix it up. And this is why I call it creamy, dreamy penne, because it has such a beautiful texture. And instead of putting it in the oven, we're treating the breadcrumbs separately. So I have just toasted breadcrumbs in butter with a little bit of sage and garlic. And now we're gonna serve it up sort of a la minute or to order. And I like to plate it up for the kids, just like this, a few healthy spoonfuls, and then top it with your breadcrumbs. So the breadcrumbs stay crispy, they're full of flavor. And then we have the other half of the pot that we can augment for the adults. So a little bit of this toasted breadcrumb mixture right on top. Kids love a crispy topping, so do adults, so do I. And then for the adults, I'm adding some fried caramelized smoked sausage. So I've just cut it into cubes or lardons. And I'm going to add that in. I fried those with no added oil or anything, and some caramelized onion. One of my favorites. I'm going to add a few healthy scoops of that, but you can add whatever ingredients you want. Give that a mix, and then plate it up the exact same way for the grown-ups.
And I like your take on it, that because we automatically think that for a macaroni casserole that you have to put it in the oven. And you're right, it sometimes can really be dry.
Absolutely. And look at this. The texture is beautiful. It's like a restaurant-style pasta dish, and it comes together really quickly. And as soon as the onions and the smoked sausage hit that sauce, it has a beautiful melding of flavors. Cheddar, smokiness, a little bit of that nice caramelized notes from the onions. And this also gets that breadcrumb topping.
Oh, you know what? It's almost my lunchtime, Paul, and I am so hungry. So
I wish I was there with you.
I know, I wish too. So where can we find the recipe then?
So this recipe will be posted on my Instagram at Paul Lillakas. I'll also share it with you guys so you can post it too.
We shall do that. We'll put it up at chch.com. Both look excellent and so easy to make. Thank you, Chef Paul Lillakas. Always great ideas.